Hi guys, welcome back to Nebula Fox Toy Reviews, and welcome to a fresh month. We are in April now, which means only one thing. The first video of April is going to be an anime figure review. It's the thing I'm going to be doing, well, at least going to try to do for this year, for 2023. The first video of each month being an anime figure review, and then the other videos being whatever the hell I feel like reviewing. So, the figure we're going to be looking at today, or figures, is a My Hero Academia figure. And it is the McFarlane Toys Hawks. Oh, it should, well, I have two of them. So this is the gold label. I have the figures out already because I couldn't wait for the review. So this is the gold label version, which, as you can see from the back of the box, is the version with the stumpy wings. He's plucked himself a bit too much. And then we have the original. So this is the regular version, and this is the one with full wings. I mean, apart from the wings, the figure is exactly the same. So I'll give you a quick peeky at the figures before we go over to the review table. So here is the gold label version with his stumpy wings. Oh, he fell off the base. And here is the regular version with the full wings. Unfortunately, this one did break on me out of the box. His arm fell off, which is why it's at this funny angle, but we'll take a closer look over on the review table. I just have to be very careful with that version of Hawks. The other one is perfectly fine. It's just the one with the full wings that broke that I need to be careful with. So, yeah. Let's head on over to the review table and get a closer look at the handsome Birdman. I'll see you over there. Okay, so here we are. Here are the figures. Yes, I have them both in the exact same pose. I'm super original. But we'll just move the Hawks twins out of the way and take a quick look at the boxes. They're pretty much both the same. So as you can see, they're both the same from the front, except this one has McFarlane Gold Label Collection sticker on the front. But yeah, both figures are exactly the same. This picture is ever so slightly different. They're showing it from a different angle. But other than that, it's the same. This side is the same. This one is slightly more... This box is slightly more yellow. Probably to show the gold label thing. This side, pretty much exactly the same as well, except, the figure is shown from a slightly different angle. And down here it is shown as full wing and stumpy wing. On the back of the box, exactly the same again, except it's just obviously the different figures. This one is actually shown wrong, because this full wing figure, as you can see, has a feather sword. The figure itself did not come with any feather swords. It did not come with any accessories. This one, with the stumpy wings, came with two accessories. It came with two feather swords. And they went here in the box. So, they probably realised they messed up with this one by not giving it a feather sword. So they gave you two with this one, so you could then have one each. But anyway, that's enough of the boxes. I'll quickly go over the full wing version because this is the broken one. The only difference is the wings. So I'll go over properly all of the articulation on the other one. We'll get a better look at the other one. So this one I'm literally just using so you can get a good look at the wing detail, or the feather detail. The wings look really nice on this one. They are super nice. I love the wings. The wings can articulate so that they can flap. You can also rotate them on the actual joint, so where it connects to his shoulders. And you can also rotate them a little tiny bit where the wing connects to the peg. So just a little tiny bit. I don't want to do it too much in case this one breaks. This joint here, that the bicep swivel, is where it broke. and it would not want to glue back on the joint. As you can see under here, that is the joint poking out under the arm. It did not want to glue directly onto the joint, because that is what the joint is meant to do. This one did not want to do that, so instead it just decided to break off. So I really don't like, really fiddling with this figure that much, even though this is the one that I actually wanted to fiddle with more because of the full wings. So I've just posed him like this, and he will stay like this forever. All of the other joints on this arm work absolutely fine. It's just that one, obviously, with it being super glue, I don't want to fiddle with it too much in case it pops off again. But yeah, full wing hawks. Now let's go to stumpy wing hawks, so I can show you what they are. Oh, this is the base, by the way. Just says My Hero Academia on it. The base is exactly the same for both figures. He does actually sort of need the base, because the wings, especially on the full wing version, can make him a little bit back heavy. So we'll take a proper look at the stumpy wing version, so the gold label version, for looking at the details. His face has been painted really nicely. These are both by McFarlane. They are both by McFarlane Toys, which sometimes are hit and miss with their QC, with that one being a good example. I hate that one broke. That's the one I was looking forward to the most. But yeah, so we've got his goggles made of a nice clear yellow plastic. He's got his little headphones or earmuffs. I'm not entirely sure what they are. I haven't watched an episode of My Hero Academia. I don't know too much about Hawks. I just really like him. I really like his design. He's cool. I've seen some clips of him, and he does look like he can be quite cute as well. I just like him. Yeah, his hair has been done really nicely. I like this little bit of his fringe that pokes up. I like that. But yeah, his hair is done really nicely. It is quite sharp, so be careful with that. This bit is a soft rubber material, so it is a bit flexy, but obviously it could still break off. And we've got his flight jacket, like his pilot jacket that he wears, which is really nice. Once again, made of a soft, like a softer material, so it can move out of the way. Then we have his hero uniform underneath. And then we have his pants. This bit, so is basically his crotch and his arse, are once again made of softer material, so they don't get in the way of the articulation. And we got his little gloves and his little boots. Give me the sword in a minute. This is the feather sword. Both of them are exactly the same, and it's literally just a feather, as they are in the show. They're literally just his feathers that he plucks, and then he hardens them into a sword, so he can go, yeah. So, we'll take a quick look at the wings as well, because these wings are once he's plucked them too much, so he can now no longer fly, and he has to wait a couple of days. I did do a little bit of background reading. So he's plucked his wings too much, and he now has to wait a couple of days for all the feathers to grow back for him to fly again. So that is really cool. The detail on them is really nice. The articulation on these wings is exactly the same as the articulation for the big wings. So you can flap them, you can rotate them, and you can also rotate them on the joint as well, but they don't really want to, so I don't force them to. His head is on a ball joint, but because of his collar and his hair, it is slightly restricted, so he can look left and right. That much, that's about it. He can do like ever so slight up and down. That's about it. His arms can move out at the shoulders. They can also do a full 360. I don't want to test these joints too much, because I really don't want both of my Hawks figures to break. So yeah, it has the bicep swivel. Both of them are nice and loose on the gold version. He has a double jointed elbow, but for some reason only one of the joints on mine actually really wants to move. His hand is on a swivel. I mean a hinge, but it is also on a swivel as well. Which is weird, there's a swivel at the wrist, so his wrist can go like that. And there's also a swivel at the hand as well. So he has like double swivels. So I'm just gonna leave that like that for now. He does have an ab crunch here, as you can see where it breaks, but mine doesn't really want to do much. So he can go, you know, forward and back a little bit. Can't really do any side to side or rotations. I think he's got a waist swivel, but I don't want to test it again because I don't want it to break like that one has. His legs can go forward that far. They can go backwards that far. Once again, they could probably go a bit further, but I don't want to test the joints. He can do the full splits, which is really nice. He does have single hinged knees that I really don't like moving because the ratchet is very strong. And I don't want to, once again, risk breaking the thing. His feet, there's nothing at the actual, you know, where the boot meets the leg, but his feet are on swivel hinges, so you can rotate the feet around. You can move them back and forth. And he does have a little bit of ankle tiltage in that joint. And he also has toe bends if you want to get him in like some sort of walking or fighting pose. Now, if you wanted to have him in some sort of flying pose, then you will have to get another base, like a different stand for him altogether that has like some sort of just an arm that can support him. It's like one with the clawy arms that can support him, which is, it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. So yeah, the articulation on this one is exactly the same as the articulation on that one. Literally the only difference is this one has full wings, that one has stumpy wings. So yeah, I don't like playing with this one too much because I have a feeling this one is just going to fall apart on me and I don't want it to. But yeah, he can, let me just take the sword out of his hand. Come on, let go. It does look exactly the same. The sword just goes in his arm there. So, yeah. You can have your sword back now. Don't bite me. Don't fall apart, please. There we go. So, if anything, this one, like I said, is going to stay in the sword over the shoulder pose. And then this one, if at all, this one is going to be the one that I will change the pose of every now and then. But I don't think I will touch them too much just because they might break. And even all of the other joints on this one, the head's alright. But the other joints on this one as well, just, they don't feel as good. This, QC-wise, that one, Stumpy Wings definitely feels better on the QC point. But I just wish the one with the full wings didn't break because it's the one with the full wings. I love that figure. It broke. It broke on me. And because of how it is, I can't angle this arm in any way, shape or form. I can't angle it. Like, if you look, the way I've had to do the sword over the shoulder pose, it pretty much looks like he has a broken wrist, because wrists can't really do that much. Oh, shit. So, but, yeah. On a shelf, he won't look that bad. Yeah, in a shelf, at the back, pushed to the back of the shelf, he probably won't look that bad. But yeah, excuse me. That's all I can really say about these guys. They are awesome figures. I do recommend getting them. I just hope that if you do get them, you get ones that don't have any QC issues and all the joints work perfectly. They don't want to fall apart. And yeah, they're only, what was it, £19.99 or £20 each for these figures. So as long as you get one that doesn't want to fall apart on you, they are, I would say they're definitely worth the money. Just be careful with them. This one I got from Comic-Con. This one I ordered online from Smith's Toy Store website. It's not on them. It literally just fell apart when it came out of the box. But yeah, that's all I can really say about these guys. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like the video, leave a comment if you have these figures. Have you had any QC issues with these figures if you have them? Or any of the other McFarlane My Hero figures? Share the video around with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you like my content and want to see more of it. So yeah, that is that, and I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye!